You're assaulting them. You're letting people.
Teresa Bornfall was attending a Kootenai County Republican Central Committee legislative town hall Saturday, discussing topics like Medicaid and school vouchers when she was forcibly removed from the meeting.
All of our elected officials in Kootenai County and surrounding areas are all Republican, and so that is why the Republican Party did the town hall. The auditorium was full.
Bornfall, who has previously run for a seat in the Idaho House as a Democrat, tried to ask a question during a discussion about reproductive rights. Her friends, Megan Kuntz and Tamara Saenz-Kremelis, tell KTVB legislators would not take the question.
They even used the words "shut up" at one point. And so, yes, she said, is this a lecture or a town hall?
There's an opportunity for you to sound off.
Bornfall was first approached by Sheriff Bob Norris.
My name is Robert Norris. I'm the Sheriff of this county. We're asking you to leave on video. Please get up or be escorted out.
Sheriff Norris asked her to leave, then grabbed her.
Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
Let's go. You're going to be escorted out.
I just happen to have a nice
Okay, I'm asking you to go. You want pepper spray?
Then Norris called in 3 unmarked security officers.
Nobody knew who these people were that were assaulting her and pulling her away.
Who are these guys? Who are these guys? Show your badge. Who are you? Don't touch her.
They pulled her out of her seat.
And she wasn't doing anything threatening. She was sitting in her seat, not doing anything threatening.
And into the hallway while Sheriff Norris filmed. Kuntz and Saenz-Kremelis say the MC of the event spurred it on.
He called her a little girl multiple times. Also said, your voice is useless or doesn't want to be heard here.
Look at this. This little girl is afraid to leave. She spoke up.
Kuntz and Saenz-Kremelis, as well as Coeur d'Alene police, say Bornfall was cited. The battery charge stems from allegations that she bit one of the security officers.
In my opinion, that sounds like self-defense.
Kootenai County Republican Central Committee posted on Facebook saying Bornfall was arrested and that she disrupted the town hall and vocally cheered for any DEI initiatives.
It was evident that dissent was
Not being tolerated.
Women are dying.
And because you're not smart enough to know that, you're just crazy people. And what we're doing right now is just pausing.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Excuse me, Sheriff Norris. This gentleman is assaulting me.
You out
This
now.
man is
You
assaulting
out
me.
now. Let's go.
This man is assaulting me.
You
Is this
out
your
now.
deputy? Is this your deputy? No, don't fucking touch us. Is he a deputy? These are deputies. Who the fuck are these men?
How about that?
Hey, hey.
It's too bad that we have some 150-year-old Social Security recipients mismanaging money.
Just cooperate, it'll be 100 times better.
Yeah, that's what they say to rape victims, you fucking piece of shit. You refuse to identify yourselves. Who are you? Who are you?
To come here today, and I applaud them for doing so. Thank you for coming. But the problem is this. They didn't come here to listen. They came here to interrupt.
I found the footage that led up to this moment, and they are straight up lying to you. This is the public town hall meeting. Pause to read. Here's everything they're claiming, and here's the actual footage.
Women are dying.
Ever since the Roe versus Wade, so doctors are protected against having to be forced to do abortions.
All right, hold on one moment here. Okay, again, you folks who are just popping off with stupid remarks, you're not taking into account the people sitting next to you. There's a bunch of people that came here to hear them. There's an opportunity for you to sound off, but not right now.
That's not a town hall.
Smart enough to know that. You're just crazy people.
She's not the only one yelling. She's not the only one booing. She's not the only one disagreeing. This is a public town hall meeting, and this kind of thing is happening all over the country right now.
I just saw that video of that lady being carried out of, pulled, assaulted in that town hall meeting, being dragged out of there. Y'all don't help each other. Y'all have no sense of community. Y'all have no sense of community, because I can tell you the only way that would have happened to one of my homegirls is if hell was freezing over. I don't care if we don't agree. I don't care. The fact that y'all sat there and let those men assault that woman, and not only that, baby, it was some women standing up clapping. What in the hell is going on? What is going on, y'all?
At one point, they had her shirt almost entirely off. Her undergarments were exposed. It was a terrifying situation that I never thought that I would witness at a public political event, a town hall.
Get up or be arrested.
Sheriff Bob Norris trying to lift Teresa Borenpol out of the chair after she refused. You see Sheriff Norris talk to the security guards.
Is he a deputy? These are deputies.
That's when Borenpol fought being removed. Security guards eventually get her to the ground. She was then dragged out of the auditorium.
She had to wait hours in the emergency room. She still is sore and has, scratches and bruises and everything that you would expect from what she went through.
But how did we get to this point?
There were several people that were interrupting, but Ms. Borenpol was the most vocal of them. We've got her on video no fewer than 7 times shouting out, interrupting, catcalling.
I asked Tennyson, who is sitting next to Borenpol, if that is true.
We chose to heckle instead and to shout out things that were true about what the legislators were telling us. We were told a couple times to stop. We did not stop because we wanted our voices to be heard. We weren't completely disrupting to the point where they couldn't speak.
Tennyson says they wanted their voices heard because she says the KCRCC picks and chooses the questions for the legislators. Regan says otherwise.
We go to audience questions, which are written out on 3x5 cards and then selected randomly and given to the master of ceremonies.
Police say Borenpol bit one of the security guards as they were trying to remove her. She was cited for battery, but that charge was rescinded after the prosecutor obtained more evidence. In the video, you can hear Borenpol ask the security guards who they are.
They had no marks on them showing that they were security.
Which, according to City Code 532, they must. In fact, police say the security company Lear Asset Management's business license was revoked because of it.
Were the security guards hired by the KCRCC or the high school?
They were volunteers.
They volunteered for you guys?
Yeah, they volunteered. They're known in the community, and they said we need some security. Oh, we'll help out.
I asked Tennyson what her message is to people who say they prompted this.
Yes, we were disruptive. Yes, we refused to leave when they asked us to. That is not justification for physical assault on a human being. Absolutely uncalled for, absolutely inappropriate the way they treated her.
This is hitting national news now. It's all over social media. Looking at all the videos and stuff, do you think this should have been handled differently?
At the time, was there things that could have been done differently? Probably. But, this isn't something that we've got a lot of experience in. We've done dozens of these town halls. We've never had an incident like this.
Did you see what happened in Idaho? How he spoke to her? Did you see those men drag her fucking out physically? She dared to say the truth. Women are dying. They are coming for us. They are coming for us so fucking hard. They have a hard-on for us. How they're doing it? These fancy fucking named bills. You are just letting them slip on by. And kudos to the women who are fucking doing something and the men allies that we have. In the caption is that bastard politician's number, his email, and his website. The woman, she is a queen. Every single woman in America should be at town hall meetings doing the exact same thing. That room should have erupted. They should have stormed the fucking stage.
There's a video going around of a woman being dragged out of a town hall. I think it's in Iowa. And you have no one helped. People just recorded. I did see one gentleman that got up to help her. But in a town hall full of men and women, but not one person, and they're all supposed to be on the same side. Not one person had enough community to get up and try to assist her, try to help her, try to make sure she wasn't harmed. And I was on this one creator's page, and she made some valid points. I don't know her name because it was just in my FYP. But one of her commenters made the statement, they were like, ain't no way, in my Aretha Franklin voice. And I can't unhear that. And I'm hearing it in the song. If you know, you know.
So here's something about the town hall where the woman that spoke up at her town hall about all the crap going on and what her representatives are doing. The gentleman, the sheriff, if you look at this comment, this is a lady that lives in the area, and he spoke out last year about how she was an activist, and you can read it, and had a beef, and took her chance to get her, all of that. So we're seeing retaliation against women, folks. And I talk about cancer, but there's a lot bigger things going on besides cancer right now. And to watch white grown men drag one woman out, put her on the floor, and then proceed to zip tie her hands when she was actively speaking, not in a bad way. You can go and there's the video. You can find the video. But this sheriff has had a thing against this woman since the beginning, and he really needs to be held accountable. Help me find this sheriff. I'd like to send it to Tizzy Ent. So tag him in this because he needs to know about this.
A woman was dragged out of a town hall meeting in Idaho yesterday. Not a single man stood up for her, not one. And if that shocks you, it shouldn't. This has been happening for centuries, and literature has been warning us about it. I'm Tara, and I read and teach about banned books and monsters in a cozy setting so we can get comfortable with revolution and to combat the horrors. And the horrors are here. Let's look at the Crucible, the witch hunt that never ended. We are what we always were in Salem, but now the little crazy children are jangling the keys of the kingdom. In 1692, women in Salem were accused of witchcraft simply because they spoke out or defied authority. Today, a woman speaks in a town hall and is forcibly removed while men sit in their seats silent. What's the difference? The method changes, but the message is the same. When a woman speaks, she's dangerous. In a room of one's own, we have the power of systematic silence. She pervades poetry from cover to cover. She is all but absent from history. Woolf saw it then, and we see it now. Women are only acceptable when they stay in the background, in metaphor, in fiction, not in power. That town hall, that was history happening in real time, and every man who said nothing made sure it would repeat itself. And the worst part, most of those men probably thought they weren't the problem. They were just watching. But watching is complicity. If silence protects power, then your voice is a weapon.
The way they just sat there and watched them drag that woman up out of that town hall meeting showed us exactly what we needed to see. We already knew, but it showed us exactly what we needed to see. Nobody could get up and just help her get out. Like, if they didn't want her there, y'all could have got up and helped her out. Y'all all just sitting there looking. That's why they not listening to y'all. They don't care about what y'all got to say. Y'all don't have no rights, right? Y'all don't have no rights. Y'all vote don't count. Y'all husband vote count. They don't care what y'all gotta say because look at you. You can't even support each other. Y'all see that woman getting hogtied. For what? Because she talking? Freedom of speech? Trash. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Just sit there and let that woman. Men too. Y'all weak as hell. How you gonna sit in a town hall meeting calling him weak and you said you right here watching the lady getting hogtied? Out of all the men they needed the hogtie? Trash. Trash, I tell you.
Remember when June from The Handmaid's Tale said we didn't listen when they started taking away our rights? We didn't listen when they got rid of the Constitution. We didn't listen when they started unaliving politicians. She wasn't talking to the general public. She was talking to palm-colored women. Because what we saw at the town hall in Idaho is what June was talking about. That is now going to be the norm. When you from either side of the aisle, because remember, Serena wrote the same laws that ended up getting her finger chopped off when she said, no, I need more rights. I'm one of the good ones. Fred reminded her, you're just a woman. We're starting to see the starting of handmaids, because the amount of people who were like, oh, well, she's a Democrat. Serena was a Republican too. And now Serena has 9 fingers.
So I saw that video of the woman who was assaulted and forcibly dragged out of an Idaho town hall meeting by random, unidentified men. Like a lot of people, I find it terrifying and absolutely infuriating. And I've been reading through some of the comments online, and I saw one comment by a Black woman that really resonated with me. This woman was assaulted in front of a room full of white people, and absolutely no one stood up for her. No one stopped it from happening. In fact, most of them were cheering it on. There are no women of color who need to be putting themselves on the front lines right now. I think this is the beginning. I think things are about to get a lot worse. I think we are going to see this country start to descend into a complete dystopia. And I think this is the start of a movement that is going to be about controlling women and the forcible silencing of women. Women of color are not the ones who got us in this mess. And we do not need to be trying to put ourselves on the front lines in this moment. This is going to be the time to stay aware and protect ourselves. No woman of color should be trying to put themselves on the front lines right now.